Hi everyone, welcome to J2Well. My name is Asha George. Let's get into this week's weekly market report. First, let's get into this week's world market news. The Labour Party wins UK election in a landslide. They have beaten the Conservative rule of 14 years ending Rishi Sunak's campaign. US private employers added 150,000 jobs in June, which is less than anticipated. The minutes released on Wednesday showed that Federal Reserve officials indicated that inflation is moving in the right direction but not quickly enough for them to reduce the interest rates. Oil prices rose this week, supported by a supply deficit due to the peak fuel consumption this summer, and also due to OPEC Plus's cuts in the third quarter and also non-OPEC Plus's output capped gains. US manufacturing data has shown that manufacturing activity has fallen into contraction territory in June, with a reading of 48.5 instead of estimates of 49.2. Eurozone's business growth fell sharply in June. The PMI showed that the overall business growth across the Eurozone had fallen sharply last month. This was due to the solid expansion of the bloc's dominant services industry failing to offset the deterioration in manufacturing. German inflation fell more than expected in September and continuing its downward trend. This is after 2 months of consecutive increases and now leaving the door open for another line of rate cuts by the European Central Bank in September. Moving into Indian markets. India's manufacturing PMI has increased to 58.3 against 57.5 in May. This is due to the increased business conditions and improved hiring. The GST collections seen in June continue the momentum at 1.74 lakh crores as the May collections were at 1.72 lakh crores. Annually, June collections represent approximate 8% growth from the corresponding period last year. This indicates a slowdown in the pace of collections seen. Housing sales in the top 30 Tier 2 cities has increased by 11%, amounting to 208,000 units during the last fiscal year. This was due to high consumer demand, driven by robust economic growth, infrastructure development, and the desire of owning a home. The NSE has announced to impose a price cap of 90% over the issue price for SME IPOs during the special pre-open session, which will be effective from July 4, 2024. Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnav unveils major expansion plans of 2,500 new general train coaches and the production of 50 new Amrit Bharat trains. This is to improve connectivity and passenger experience across the country. Next, we move into stocks in news over the last week. The total market capitalization of the BSE listed stocks soared to a record high of 450 lakh crores this Friday. Akash Ambani announced that Reliance would be looking to launch their Android-based TV OS during Diwali, which is currently in beta testing. This will go on to compete with companies like LG and Samsung. It will run 4K TVs under BPL and Reconnect. LIC acquires an additional 2.68% stake in IDFC First Bank for 1,500 crores. ITC plans to double their export of raw tobacco to British American Tobacco Company by 2025-26. They also go on to beat Britannia as the second largest packaged foods company in India. DCX Systems gets an order worth 1,250 crores for its electronic modules from L&T. Kia India sales zoom past 120,000 units in the first half of 2024, recording a 6% growth. Government panel recommends Challu Srinivasulu Setty as the next chairman of SBI. Titan is launching its jewelry brand Tanishq in Bangladesh as part of its expansion in the international market. That's all for this week's market report. For all kinds of finance and market related updates, please do subscribe to the channel. See you in the next week.